Nestled in the heart of Texas, Waxahachie blends small town charm with big city convenience. It's here in Waxahachie, Texas, where history comes to life with stunning architecture, friendly neighbors, and a community that celebrates together. With beautiful parks, lakeside recreation, and top-rated schools, it's a place for families to grow and thrive. Sure, it's a quick drive to Dallas, Texas, but for many, that's the perfect balance between quiet living and easy access to the city life. This is a place where history, community, and opportunity meet. Let's come see what makes it home. In this video, we're diving into the pros and cons of Waxahachie, Texas. But before we get there, let's do a quick overview of this charming city. As of the 2020 census, yes, that's a few years ago, but Waxahachie had a population of approximately 41,000 people. However, due to the rapid growth in the area, especially in the last few years, it's estimated that population has grown to likely around 45 to 47,000 in late 2024. Waxahachie is located approximately 30 miles south of Dallas, Texas, which makes it a pretty convenient drive to major city attractions and businesses in the Dallas and Fort Worth metropolitan area. As you know, DFW hosts many major events throughout the year, and Waxahachie is only about 45 minutes from Arlington that hosts the AT&T Stadium for Dallas Cowboys games and many major concerts throughout the year, Globe Life Field for the Texas Rangers games, and Six Flags in Hurricane Harbor. And then I mentioned earlier, you're about 30 miles south of Dallas or even downtown Dallas for many networking events, American Airlines Center that is home to the Dallas Mavericks and Dallas Stars games, and many other major events throughout the year. And then you're about 45 minutes from Fort Worth that hosts the Stockyards and is actually the city that saw the highest population increase in the country year over year in 2022. Now that we've covered a quick overview of Waxahachie, let's take a quick look at the pros of living in this area. For pro number one, let's talk about the community and diversity of Waxahachie. As you've probably picked up already, Waxahachie is a quaint historical area with a strong sense of community. Its picturesque downtown area, or Victorian-style homes, and tree-lined streets make it an inviting place to live or visit. They host a variety of events throughout the year, including the popular Scarborough Renaissance Festival and the Christmas Parade, which provide ample opportunities for socializing and celebrating local culture. And now to our second pro of living in Waxahachie, that's going to be the shopping and dining of the area. This area offers a wide variety of shopping and dining options that offer you that local charm vibe along with modern conveniences. While it may not have the expansive shopping malls or dining chains found in larger cities, it does have a historic downtown district full of unique shops, boutiques, and local dining options. If you are into more of the commercial scene, on the outskirts of town offer some commercial development that are full of contemporary shopping and dining options there. But until then, you still have access to Simply Divine Boutique, Target, the Book Nook, Home Depot, Walmart, Cato, the Crepe Myrtle Shop, and Russ. As far as dining goes, this is Texas, so you know we have your barbecue on point as well as some international cuisine to choose from as well. Local restaurants to visit include the Dove's Nest Restaurant, College Street Pub, Rocket Cafe, and Two Amigos Taqueria. And for all you chain restaurant lovers, you still have the infamous Chili's, Whataburger, Raising Cane's, and more. On to our third pro of living in Waxahachie, that's going to be the highly rated school district here. Waxahachie ISD is well regarded, making the city a strong choice for families seeking quality education. Not only that, but the area is also home to a few private school options as well as a branch of Navarro College. Overall, they have been graded an A-, which takes into consideration academics, teachers, clubs and activities, diversity, college prep, administration, sports, food, and resources. They are ranked the number 2 best school district in Ellis County, number 35 out of 896 for the most diverse school districts in Texas, but ranked number 183 out of 883 for best school districts in Texas overall, and number 250 out of 912 for best places to teach in Texas. Waxahachie has 10,837 students from pre-K to 12th grade, with a student-to-teacher ratio of 15:1. WISD consists of 10 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 3 high schools. Their average SAT is 1160, where the national average is 1050, and their average ACT is 25, where the national average is 20.6. On to our fourth pro of living in Waxahachie, that's going to be the growing economy there, especially with all the major developments happening around DFW. As you might imagine, with its proximity to Dallas, Waxahachie is seeing rapid economic growth and is becoming an attractive spot for both businesses and new residents. The area offers a mix of local businesses and access to larger job markets. There are two major employers in manufacturing here, Kroger Distribution Center and the Steel Mill, and both offer a significant number of job opportunities for the area. There's other nearby business that help the economic diversification and emerging opportunities in industries like logistics, construction, and tech startups. And then you have your everyday commercial employers or retail stores like Walmart, Target, Home Depot, and some other smaller businesses in the local downtown area. And not to mention, agriculture has actually been a significant part of Waxahachie's economy. The city and surrounding areas remain home to farms, ranches, and agriculture enterprises, whether it be cattle or cotton. Also, the cost of living in Waxahachie is pretty affordable, which makes it pretty attractive for retirees, first-time home buyers, and for those looking to just escape the cost of the big city. Our fifth pro of living in Waxahachie kind of ties into the previous topic, but it's going to be the employment opportunities here. Employment in Waxahachie is generally considered pretty good, especially for those looking for opportunities in local industries, retail, healthcare, education, and manufacturing. There's a strong presence of manufacturing and distribution companies, many of which are part of the greater Dallas-Fort Worth supply chain. Again, like we mentioned earlier, Kroger's Distribution Center, one of the largest employers in the area, plays a significant role in local employment. Two other employers that are really prevalent in the area are going to be Holt Cat and Conagra Brands. These larger manufacturing and distribution companies bring in warehouse and logistic jobs, skilled labor and factory jobs, as well as fulfillment and inventory management. There are great opportunities from healthcare to education to retail and more. And there are multiple opportunities here. While there are several opportunities here in Waxahachie, as you might imagine, DFW is a massive economy with lots of job opportunities from white collar to blue collar to entrepreneurial support and resources and more. So you're not too far away from just an overall great job market right here in Waxahachie. So as you might imagine, Waxahachie is on its rise. It's getting a lot of national attention and a lot of state attention for folks that are looking to escape the big hustle and bustle of the city life and get to something a little bit quieter. But a city that's hyped up like this does have a lot more pros to talk about. These are just the high points. Let's go and address some of the disadvantages of living in Waxahachie. For our first con of living in Waxahachie, let's go and address it. But a city that's hyped up this much, you know that the cost of housing is increasing. So let's go and address that real fast. You are starting to pay much higher housing prices to live here. In 2023, Waxahachie had 947 homes sell, ranging from a low of 89,000 to a high of 2.5 million. There's a median home value of approximately 385,000 according to Redfin, and rent is typically between 1,100 and 2,500 a month, depending on the property and what amenities it offers. Now, we may see an increase in these numbers as the area continues to see growth, but it is still going to be more affordable compared to larger cities. The lowest square footage of a home that sold here was just under 800 square feet, and the highest got all the way up to 5,800 square feet. Our second con of living in Waxahachie, yes, if you've watched my videos in the past on this channel, you know we got to address this, especially living in Dallas, but we're going to talk about the weather here. I've talked about the weather in Dallas ad nauseum. At the time of making this video, it's actually, It's 4:30 on January 27th, 2025. And just last week we had crazy snow, and as of today, I'm in a polo and some comfortable jeans, but my kids are outside in the front yard playing right now in shorts, riding their bikes. And literally just last week we had inches and inches of snow. The same inconsistency applies to pretty much all over DFW. You can mow your yard with a shirt off one day in January, but the next day it's so cold you have to run your kitchen faucet all night to ensure your pipes don't freeze. And then between March and May, you can have great sunshine weather like we're seeing today while filming this video, but you can also experience major rain, thunderstorms, hail, and wind during this time too. It's a very inconsistent season. Temperatures in June, July, and August can vary between 90 and 105 degrees, sometimes even more like 110 degrees. And then September through December is more of what you could expect your typical fall season to look like. The average high is 96 degrees while the average low is 37 degrees, and there is typically 2.6 inches of precipitation with a humidity average of around 62%. We aren't escaping this inconsistent weather around Waxahachie. As a matter of fact, I say that you might have to be a little bit more on the lookout, especially for those commuting in and out of Dallas, because so much of Waxahachie is surrounded by highways. Which brings me to my next topic. Our third con of living in Waxahachie is going to be the local traffic and travel. Like I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, Waxahachie grew from a population of around 32,000 in 2010 to all the way to 45, 46,000, depending on the sources you look at here recently. So it's grown by literally almost 15,000 people in just a span of 10 to 15 years. It's been crazy here in Waxahachie. That's representing a growth rate of around 40% in just over a decade. So the city is expected to continue growing as more people move to the area for its affordable housing and proximity to DFW. Road conditions may be okay, and you don't have many potholes or gravel roads, but the 4 main highways are I-35, US 287, 77, and FM 66. These highways make Waxahachie an easily accessible location for all residents or visitors, offering convenient connections to larger cities in the Dallas and Fort Worth Metroplex, as well as regions south of Waxahachie. The traffic isn't awful, especially when you compare it to other areas of Dallas, like maybe Plano or Frisco, McKinney, or really if you're going anywhere off 635, it's horrible there. But with the continuous growth in Waxahachie, you gotta anticipate or prepare for the traffic to get a little bit worse here. By the way, I gotta tell myself a little bit out there. When I was in college, I used to skip the toll roads and drive on the access roads because I was so broke I could barely afford toll roads. So comment down below if that's you, or if you know somebody that's like, man, come on, quit skipping the toll roads. Just so you could save $3 every other exit. So yeah, just kind of telling myself a little bit about there. Don't judge me on this video. Our fourth con of living in Waxahachie is going to be the lack of local entertainment here. And this is kind of the drawback of it being a quieter town. And this may be great for a lot of you guys, but Waxahachie is on the outside of Dallas, and so they are going to lack a lot of the larger entertainment options that you might see in the Dallas and Fort Worth area. For some people, this can be a downside, especially if you're used to the vibrant art scene, theater productions, live music venues, major sporting events, and diverse cultural offerings or larger urban areas. Unfortunately, there are no major concert venues or sports stadiums, but like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you are just about 30 or 45 minutes away from all the major sporting and music venues like AT&T Stadium, American Airlines Center, the Toyota Music Factory, and the Base Performance Hall. There are several local community events in the downtown area which are really cool to go to. And again, while you may not have so much of a nightlife, you do still have your movie theater, a bowling alley, and an arcade space. If you want more of a dynamic or large crowd venue to attend, just head to the Metroplex. So guys, this is gonna close us out on the pros and cons of Waxahachie, Texas. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Go ahead and do us a favor and like the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you wanna see what another great North Texas suburb is like, check out this video by clicking here.